I got out of it. I got out of the depression and I felt good for a while. And then I got into this abusive relationship where I sunk back into a depression, and I had no idea that the relationship, it was very emotionally abusive. He did put his hands on me one time, but it wasn't anything crazy. Um, but anyway, so I was in that relationship and I ended up starting cognitive behavioral therapy because at the time I got so severely depressed again, where it was just, it's almost like PTSD, where it just took me back to those years of my teenage years where I struggled so much emotionally. And I remember thinking, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to live. I was late 20s. I don't want to live like this anymore. Like, this is not happiness. This is not fun. This is just torture. I don't want to be here. Like, we have a choice to be here, really, at the end of the day. And so I looked in my bank account to see how much money I had. And I told myself I owed it to everyone around me to try to save myself. And so I looked at how much money I had and was like, okay, I know what I'm working with here. I'm going to find whatever I can find within this budget. And I'm just going to get all the help that I can get until it runs out and see where we're at the end of it. And I don't even remember how it came about that I shared with my parents what was going on, because they ended up helping me out with the therapy, because the therapy I went to was very, very expensive. The therapist was a lot. However, he was amazing. Um, so I went and did the cognitive behavioral therapy, and that's where I realized my thought processes, even as a child, I had just been wired in this way that I was thinking in such a negative way that that was making me feel down and feel depressed and sad. And so then I was okay once I was, older and working and had a totally different lifestyle.